Welcome, Tiger fans, to RHS Football 2025.
Hello, Tiger fans. This is Jason Brewster here with Coach Gardner of the Ripley High School Tigers. I'm filling in for Tracy Henson, who's on a fall break sabbatical. So we're hoping he has a good time and be back with y'all next time. So looking back at last week, the Covington results. Covington won the Hatchie River rivalry 58-0, bringing our record to 0-6. And Coach, I do want to say I don't get to watch the games because I'm working at the station, but listening to Mike, he expressed how much more passion and fire the team seemed to play with this past week as opposed to previous weeks. I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Well, you know, for us, we have to understand that, yes, we are 0-6 at this point, but we still got a lot to fight for. You know, that's kind of the big thing for us, is that's what we preach every week, is we're coming in every week to continue to get better. We don't want to sit around and think, oh, our season's over, let's just hang out and do whatever we want to do. You know, at the end of the day, we still have a lot of control as far as what happens with our season. You know, our last 3 games of the year, at this point, if we can win all 3 of those games, we would actually control our own destiny and be in the playoffs. So there's still a lot for us to play for. So the guys are just trying to get better every week so we can hopefully make that push for the playoffs in our last 3 games.
And that kind of leads me into my next thing. Coach, I'm a Mississippi State fan. And it's, you know, no secret that Mississippi State has historically been a terrible team. They were terrible when I was there. Last year was awful. And when your team, you know, is doing that bad, I know fans sometimes just focus on the wins and losses, but for me, I was always like, all right, well, who do we got coming in? This guy's looking better from this game to this game to this game. So me as a fan, I like to look at the hope, and I want to try to find some hope this week for some of our fans. And I'm going to ask, what are some improvements that you've seen from your guys from the start of the season to now that you can build on for the end of the season, going on into next season?
Well, you know, the biggest thing for us is discipline. You know, I preach discipline to the guys because discipline goes a long way, not only in football but in life.
Right.
So, you know, that's been the biggest thing, is there's a lot of guys who are kind of turning that corner when it comes to the discipline, not only in football but in the school building and different aspects of life. You know, if we can be a disciplined football team, then everything else will fall in place. So that's been the big thing, is we've watched a lot of guys turn that corner and become more disciplined players, more disciplined students. And then we've seen some guys who haven't turned that corner, you know, and there's been some guys who have been dismissed from the team and things like that. At the end of the day, you know, you've got to get the culture right. And that's our big thing, is we're going to get the culture right so we can get things going the right way.
I completely agree. Now looking on to our opponent coming up, at Martin Westview this weekend, or this Friday, who is 5-0 overall, 2-0 in the district so far. They rank 44 in the state of Tennessee, 3 in Tennessee Division 3A. They're averaging 48.2 points per game and only giving up 12.2 points per game. And their only test this season's been Lasan Collegiate. Hope that's how you pronounce that. Where Westview barely won by 3. I think it was 37-34. How do you get us, David, ready for them, Goliath?
You know, I literally just, you know, got done talking to the guys about, it's all about going in and taking our best shot. You know, everybody has you know, talked about how good Westview is. They are a great football team. You know, they are really good. They've got, you know, 4 or 5 guys that are getting big Division I offers. You know, they are expected to play for the state championship this year and all of that. And, you know, all of that notoriety is well deserved. They are a good football team. But at the end of the day, anything can happen on a Friday night. Anything can happen on a Friday night. So, you know, I've told my guys we're going to walk into their house and we're going to take our best swing. You know, at the end of it, we're going to swing as hard as we can for 4 quarters, and when those 4 quarters are over, we're going to see where the chips fall.
Well, hopefully you can punch them in the mouth and get them off their schedule, and you never know. That's why we play the game.
Exactly.
So you never know. Now, I want to change topics. We've kind of covered that stuff. So I'm a nerd when it comes to sports, nutrition, exercise science, especially with my sport. I'm really into cycling. And I've got all the stuff. I've got workout programs. I've got the app with all of my nutrition and stuff for the day. And, I talk about that to kind of lead into, there's been great football programs that find that advantage. Nebraska in '69 were the first college team to start weightlifting. Before that, everyone thought, like, if you lift weights, it's going to make you slow and sluggish. You have Florida coming up with Gatorade. Because before that, drinking water was seen as weak, and they'd make fun of you or even kick you off the team until kids start dying and stuff. And then they're like, maybe we need to give them some water and some extra, Even for me, with my soccer teams, I emphasize carbs. Carbs before the game, carbs at halftime, because carbs are your fastest fuel source, and a lot of times I didn't have the kids to rotate much in and out. So I had to make sure I had some advantage, because a lot of other teams don't do that. They just rely on their numbers and skill. So I was trying to take my advantage. Is there any advantages that you try to take with nutrition and weight training?
We try our best. For us, when it comes to weight training during the season, Tuesday through Thursday are the days that we actually want to lift. We're going to start the week trying to do lower body so we can make sure we're recovered by Friday. And then upper body is going to be for us on Wednesday. And then usually we're going to do a little full body on Thursday. And I say full body, but just not a whole lot of legs, So, we do more so of that to kind of prevent injury more than anything else. And then when it comes to kind of electrolytes and things like that with the guys, I think we live by liquid IV, and then there was this mix that my high school football coach put together back when I was there, and he would mix Gatorade powder with the clear Pedialyte. So we'll make that as well and make batches of that to just try to make sure we've got as many electrolytes and everything in us as possible, because we've had a lot of issues with cramping at times.
I've actually seen something where Prime energy drink, because it's so high in potassium versus salt, is helping with cramps more than dehydration, because I've tried to emphasize that, like, Prime's great for cramps, whereas Gatorade's great or liquid IV, much better for dehydration, getting the water in your body. I think both of them are great, but it's more what your goals are. Down here, I think it's just try to get any electrolytes in and as many as possible.
Absolutely.
And if you're dehydrated, you can't think, you can't play.
Exactly. You are. You're done at that point.
Okay. Well, my last question, I think it's going to be a fun one. I've been thinking about this one all week since I found out I was doing this. So, on a scale from Mike Leach to Jimbo Fisher, where do you think you are? And let me explain this. So, Mike Leach, he's the Pirate, probably the biggest influencer on the game of football since the wishbone. Has almost every passing accolade in 3 different power conferences. He probably did more with less. His whole philosophy was 5 to 6 plays and run them perfectly. Everyone always made fun of his little note card, 3 by 5. That was his playbook. Then you have Jimbo Fisher, almost the complete opposite. Very authoritarian. He's got a national championship. He's got a Heisman under his belt. Very complicated offense. When it was working, it was hard to stop, but so complicated that when it wasn't working, he might as well just punt it and play defense. Where do you see yourself between those two coaches, and where would you like to see yourself eventually between those two coaches? Closer to Leach or closer to Jimbo?
I would just kind of in the future, I would like to see myself closer to Leach. Mike Leach is a guy who I've kind of studied a lot of his stuff because he was really funky and kind of crazy with a lot of things that he did. So he's a real fun guy to study. As far as where I'm at right now, I would like to say I am like Ryan Silverfield at Memphis. Coach Silverfield to me does a great job of being really personable with his players. He's a real players coach, a real players guy. The guys know that they can always go to him at any time and talk to him about anything. But then when it comes to football, he is He's the kind of guy that's going to let his coaches coach, but at the same time, he's going to put his input in wherever it's needed. So, I like to do that. I don't want to be that head coach that, okay, you're wrong, it's my way or the highway. My coaches are here for a reason. They're here to coach. So, that's the type of person I like to be is, of course, we collaborate on everything, but if they have ideas, I'm not going to shoot down their ideas. We're going to go to the field and we're going to see if it works. So, I think that's where I'm at right now, but I would love to be as creative as Mike Leach one day.
Well, I think the great Bear Bryant always said, if I'm the smartest person in the room, I'm not doing the right
Exactly.
doing a good job. So, and I have to say, obviously I've got my Swing Your Sword shirt on, big Mike Leach fan, and I would hope that maybe one day you'll even teach a Pirate Studies class at Ripley.
That'd be nice.
That'd be fun. Well, Coach, good luck. I hope everyone tunes in at 7 o'clock for the Martin Westview game. If you can make the trip up to Martin, I highly recommend it. A lot of good restaurants up there, plus who doesn't love some Friday night lights, right?
Absolutely.
So good luck, Coach. We wish you all the best, and have a good week.
Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Go Tigers.
Good evening, Tiger fans, and welcome to the live broadcast over Ripley High School football here at Martin, Tennessee, as the Ripley Tigers travel to Martin to take on the Westview Chargers. It is a region game, and we are here as we get ready for kickoff shortly. It was senior night for Westview as they had the presentation of their seniors prior to the game. We are having the captain's meeting as we speak. This is Mike White going solo without Tracy Crazy Horse Henson being here with us tonight. He's out on the cruise enjoying the wide open seas, but he'll be back for the next game. Of course, Ripley has an open date next Friday night. Then the following Friday night is homecoming at Ripley against McNary Central. There's also a 50-year class reunion that night, obviously the class of 75, but they are inviting everyone from 1970 to 79 to attend. So it should be a great crowd there that night. So make your plans after the open date next week to travel or to come to Ripley, come out to the ball game and watch the Ripley Tigers play and then enjoy a weekend of old friends. Ripley did win the toss and they deferred until the second half, so we are getting close to kickoff. We should be within 3 or 4 minutes of kickoff. Our cheerleaders for this year, the captains are Linda Burham and Kaylee Pittman. Also Alicia Boyd, Allie Henderson, Cheyenne Houston, Julia Manley, Dariana Robbins, Reagan Conrad, Emma Heath, Carly Hutchins, Zoe Latham, Emerson Payton, Briley Ray, Corey Smith, Taylor Burks, Maddie Carter, Keegan Gaines, Lexi Latham, Kaylin Perkins, Maggie Crawford, and Audie Rhodes, and coached by Coach Bailey Reen. And they do a fantastic job. The Ripley Tigers come out onto the field. We also want to give a shout out to everybody who's fed the football team this year, and hopefully next year we get a few more churches involved. The Boost Club definitely picks up the slack when they need to, but if a church or an organization wants to do it, that's most helpful to them because that way they can spend more of their money on the kids and on the team themselves. All right, both teams are getting ready for kickoff. I've got a list of the folks who have fed the team this year. I'll get those to you as time permits and I can find it. All right, here we go. The first game and the second game, the Booster Club fed the team. The third game, Ripley Church of Christ, and then the fourth and fifth game was the Booster Club. The next game was United Methodist and Martha's Cupboard. The next game was Spirit Field, then Hope Church, First Baptist Church, and United Methodist Men's Group. All right, Ripley will be going from left to right. Westview defending the south goal.
Number 2, Messiah Ward. Number 3, Miles Brown. Number 1, Dante Joy. Kicking off.
Westview has one back deep. Ripley will be kicking from the middle of the field. And they're going to be laying the ball down flat, as they did last week against Covington. As they get ready to kick off from this very nice turf field here and it's kickoff time, and it bounces down and rolls, picked up about the 33-yard line across the 40, the 45, 50, and he's going to be brought down from behind by number 4 of the Ripley Tigers at about the 41-yard line. That was Rogers on the tackle. Like one man getting away, and he was able to run him down from behind. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Westview at the Tiger 40-yard line. Graham Simpson, the quarterback for Westview. Ty Simpson, the quarterback from Alabama, his younger brother. They've got one wide to the left, 2 in close to the right. They hand the ball to the running back going right up the middle. He breaks across the 40, the 35, and down to right at the 30-yard line, which it is enough for a first down, so that'll move the sticks. It'll be 1st and 10 Westview at the Tiger 29-yard line.
That's the first community bank, first down.
Westview hustles back up to the line. 2 wide right, 2 wide to the left. Simpson in the gun, drops straight back, looking to throw. Throws a little flare pass out to the right. It's complete. He's got one man to beat. Nobody's going to catch him as he gets in the end zone with 11:37 gone in the first quarter. Westview up 6-0. All right, so Westview will line up for their point after with their swinging gate formation. Now they switch over into a traditional extra point formation. Snap, hold, kick, and it hits the upright and bounces away, no good. So with 11:37 to go in the opening quarter, Westview scores on the opening drive, made it look easy, and then hit the upright on the extra point conversion for it not to be good. So the score remains 6-0 as Ripley will get their first shot at the ball.
We'd like to take a moment to recognize milestones that were reached in the past few weeks. Versus Marshall County, Dante Joy passed 2,000 receiving yards for his career. Versus Lausanne, Graham Simpson passed 5,000 career passing yards. We'd like to recognize these 2 individuals for their...
I don't know if you can hear that or not. Graham Simpson, obviously this is his sophomore year, and he has already passed 5,000 passing yards. And I know some of the games he's only played half of a game in. So outstanding passing from this quarterback. Of course, he's got a really good supporting cast around him. Good line, good running backs, good receivers. That all helps. All right, here we go. As we get ready to kick off, Ripley has 2 back deep at the 5, and 1 stands at about the 15. And here's the kick, and it's a long end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at about the 6-yard line, crosses the 15, the 20, goes scoot sideways, and he's going to get to about the 22, 21 they say. So it'll be 1st down and 10. Ripley will have the ball at their own 21-yard line to start this first offensive series of the game. So we'll get a look at Ripley's offense for the first time in the game. 11:27 left in the first quarter. Westview up 6-0. This brings his team to the line. It's going to be two wide to the left, wing to the left, tight end to the right. This is in the gun, one running back to his left. Takes a snap. It's a toss sweep going to the left, trying to get outside. He gets past or gets to the line of scrimmage and it breaks one tackle and is brought down by the second one for a short gain. Maybe a pickup of one. We'll call it second down and 9. They say it's more of a 2-yard pickup, so second down 8. Ripley trying to get on track. It's a tough atmosphere to do it in. Ripley will send two wide out to the left again. Tight end to the right. Quarterback still in the gun. Takes a snap. He's going to hand it to his running back. Starts to his right, cuts back to his left, and runs into a crowd. Looks like he might have picked up a yard. It'll bring third down and about 7. Or about 6 for Ripley. Obviously, the Tigers need to get some first downs and keep the ball in their hands to keep it out of Westview's hands. .10-15 and counting. Again, Westview up 6-0, Ripley's first offensive drive, and it's third down and 7 according to the sticks. Ripley is at their own 24-yard line. Two wide to the right. Quarterback rolls to his right. He is hit and wrapped up before we can even think about releasing the ball, so he's going to lose back to around the 17-yard line, where it'll make it fourth down for Ripley and about 15. So Ripley's punt squad will come on.
I'm sorry, it's 4 and 15.
One man back deep for Westview. Everybody else up on the line. Punt returner stands at about his own 45-yard line. Here's a snap. We get a good snap. It looked like it might have been tipped there as the ball got punted, but it does take a good Ripley roll. And I think we thought that it was touched and picked it up to run with it, but it was not. So Westview will have the ball in great field position to start this offensive drive. They will have it at the 33-yard line of Ripley. With the 1st and 10 to go, they'll have the ball and the lead 6-0. Graham brings his team to the line. Check that, they're in the huddle now. They're breaking for the line. Two wide right, one wide to the left. Graham in the gun. Takes a snap, hands it. No, he fakes the handoff. He's going to run it now. He's throwing it to the last second, right down through the middle for a touchdown. That is a 33-yard touchdown strike. Just to fake the handoff and then acted like he was going to run, faked the run, and then just kind of stepped up and hit a man running wide open, running a post pattern down kind of the right side of the field. So the score now, there's a flag on the play, so it will come back. Ineligible receiver downfield was the call. So that'll about back Westview up out of the sticks, but it'll still be first down. It'll be 1st and 15. 9 minutes to go, first quarter. Westview on top, 6-0. Two wide to the right. Graham takes a snap, drops straight back, wants to throw a little screen pass over to the right, and he gets past the first couple of defenders and got back about the 5 yards that they lost, bring them back to about the 33-yard line. It'll bring up second down 10. 8:40 to go, first quarter. Westview over Ripley, 6-0. Two wide right, one to the left. Man in motion. Hand it to the man in motion. He's trying to get outside on the left. He's got some room. He's got some blockers. And he's going to get all the way down to the 15-yard line. in the red zone for a Martin Westview first down.
Tackle by number 6, Frazier. That's the first.
Frazier on the tackle for Ripley, and Westview already back up to the line. And there is, tried to snap it maybe a little too quick, I'm not sure. There was a flag or a timeout call, but there was stoppage of play. Maybe the referees weren't ready, not sure. And looks like there is a timeout. So with their timeout, we'll take a 30-second timeout and be back right after this.
Ripley, timeout.
We are back as Ripley called the timeout. When play resumes, it'll be 1st and 10 for Westview. They've got the ball at the Tiger 15-yard line, and they have the lead 6-0. Westview now coming back onto the field. Offense is going to send 2 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left, wing to the right. Graham hands the ball to his running back, trying to get outside on the right side, and he's got the corner, and he's got the end zone with 8:06 left in the first quarter. Westview now takes a 13-0 lead over the Ripley Tigers. Got some good games on tap around West Tennessee this weekend, or tonight. We will let you know scores as they become available, as Westview lines up for their point after. .806 on the clock. Snap, hold, kick, and it is good. So with 8:06 left to go in the first quarter, Westview takes a 13-0 lead over Ripley, as we'll be getting ready for the kickoff. Tonight, Covington is at Bolivar, Dyer County is at Chester County, Henry County is at Clarksville, Dyersburg is at Crockett County, Humboldt at Greenfield, north side of Jackson at Hardin County, Decatur Riverside at Huntington. That ought to be usually a good game. I think Huntington's up and Decatur's down a little bit this year. Gibson County and Jackson Central Mary, West Carroll and Lake County, South Gibson and Lexington, O'Bine and McNary. Halls is at Peabody tonight. Gleason at South Fulton, Milan at Union City. And we are getting ready for the kickoff. Dresden is at McEwen tonight. Liberty at Brewston. All right, we're all set up for the kickoff. 8:06 to go in the first quarter. Westview takes a 13-0 lead as they get ready for the kick, and here it comes. Long end-over-end kick is going to be taken at about the 5-yard line. It crosses the 10, the 15, the 20, goes sideways, cuts it back up, got to 25, and out to about the 28-yard line, maybe the 29. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to say it's at the 29. So a pretty good return for Ripley, and they'll get the ball to start this offensive drive at their own 29-yard line. It'll be first down and 10. McKenzie is at Collinwood tonight also. All right, here come the Tigers. They send 1 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. Tight end to the right. Hand the ball to the running back going off the left side, number 9, but he hits a brick wall He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by Hope for Chargers.
That was Murrell on the carry. They're going to say he loses about a yard. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 11. No, check that. He gains a yard. It'll be 2nd down 9. Looked at the sticks backwards. 2nd and 9, ball on the 31-yard line. Ripley sends 3 wide to the left again. 1 wide to the right. Theus in the gun. 1 running back to his right. Puts a man in motion. And there's going to be a procedure call against Ripley. Saw some people moving before the snap, so that'll back them up 5 yards. And make it 2nd down and 14. Farm Bureau Insurance sponsors all the first downs for Ripley. Also Bank Tennessee, all the touchdowns. And Cornerstone for the extra points. Servall by Cornerstone, all the extra points and 2-point conversions. So thank you to all that help support the Ripley Tigers. Ripley will send 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. This takes a snap, drops straight back. And if another flag comes out, we got a free play here, it looks like. I would take it, and it's complete out to about the 37, 38-yard line. We'll have to see what the flag, but I believe it's going to be against us. That's a shame. That was a good play. It was about a 10-yard play. And if it was against them, then it's going to be against Ripley. So we will back up 5 yards. So the ball is at the 21. It'll make it 2nd down and 19 for the Ripley Tigers. Ball at their own 21. 6:30 on the first quarter game clock. 2 wide right, 2 wide to the left. Theus in the gun. 1 running back to his left. Rolls to his left, wanting to throw, looking downfield, looking. And he had a man, and I'm not sure exactly what it hit on him, but it bounced way off and out of bounds, so it does fall incomplete. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 19 for Ripley. The Tigers in a 3rd and long situation. .6:16 on the game clock, first quarter. Chargers up 13-0 over Ripley. All right, ball on the 21. 3rd down, 19 to go. 2 wide left, 2 wide to the right. This takes a snap, drops straight back, looking to throw. It's a screen pass over the middle. It's complete. Ooh, but an open field tackle, just an awesome open field tackle made just about the line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring up 4th down and about 18 or 19 for Ripley. It was a good pass, just no blocking out in front. And he ran into, it looked like a wall, but it was one person that made a wall. So Ripley will punt the ball away. Punter's going to stand back around his own 6-yard line. Return man for Westview stands at midfield. A low snap, and he's no rush, so he's able to get it off, and it's taken right at the 50-yard line, crosses the 45, and now he's going to be brought down. Fights hard, though, stays on his feet, gets down to about the 37-yard line. So again, another great series here with good field position for Westview to start. Ripley's just got to get some offense moving, so that they can keep the ball out of Westview's hands and burn up some clock. But it will be 1st and 10 for Westview at the Tiger 38-yard line. 5:29 on the clock, first quarter. Westview huddles up really close to the line of scrimmage, about 2 yards off the ball. 2 wide to the right, wing to the right, 1 wide to the left. Graham dropping straight back, looking to throw, swing pass. It is complete. Good block on the edge, and he gets past the first man, and the second man misses, and the fourth one finally brings him down, but not until he picks up a first down inside the 25 at the 23-yard line, where Westview will have it. 1st and 10 as they move the sticks. Westview hustles back up to the line. This time they got 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Graham drops straight back, looking to throw. He's got a man out in the flare, in the flat. It's good, complete, and he's pushed out of bounds at about the 9-yard line, but a flag came out early. And it's going to be procedure against Westview. So that will back them up 5. It'll be 1st and 15. And it was an illegal formation as opposed to procedure. The ball back now at the 28-yard line. All right, here we go as the Westview Chargers come to the line. Let's see, looks like it's going to be 2 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left, wing to the left, tight end to the right. Westview takes a snap, hands it off to the running back. He breaks it outside, then back inside across the middle of the field. He's still on his feet. I think he ran through about 5 of the Tiger defense tacklers. He picks up probably about 7 on the play, inside the 20 down to around the 18-yard line. Second down and about 5. And there's a timeout. We'll take it with them and be back in 30 seconds. .434 left in the first quarter. Westview on top of Ripley, 13-0. Westview will have the ball, second down and about 5 at the Tiger, about 18-yard line. Westview comes back out on the field after the timeout. They'll send 3 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. Graham in the gun. Takes a snap. Looking downfield, looking. Got a man all the way in the back of the end zone. He overthrows him, which is unusual for him, especially as wide open as he was. We sure blew a coverage on that one. We had no one within 10 yards of the receiver downfield. That's surprising to see him miss a pass like that. But nobody's perfect. He's just a sophomore in high school. He's probably only 15 years old. He's got 1 wide to the left, hand the ball to the running back, trying to get outside on the right. He's got a blocker out there, too, and he cuts back inside the blocker and gets in the end zone with 4:20 to go. First quarter. Westview now 19, Ripley 0, as they get ready for their point after. Swinging gate formation for the extra point. Now they go into a traditional extra point formation. They pulled Ripley off. Usually don't see them try that on the extra point, but they may be positioning themselves to get a 2-point conversion to get them back to 21. Offsides against Ripley. It's declined, so they're going to kick it again. See Graham on the sideline getting a little pep talk from his head coach. There's a snap, the hold, the kick up, and it looks good from here, and it is. So the score now 20-0, Westview over Ripley, with 4:19 to go in the first quarter. I'll tell you what, with all this passing going on, it's stopping the clock a lot, so it extends the game. We'll see how the Tigers come out, as they've still got 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, trailing by 20, getting the ball back. Ripley's return team is out on the field.
Kicking off for Westview, number 12, Junior Brass. Back deep, number
Brass
2,
kicks off
Merrill.
for Westview, set up right in the middle of the field.
Number 15, Jonathan Curry.
All right, here we go as we get ready for the next kickoff. Be the third kickoff of the game. No really scores around yet except Crockett County over Dyersburg, 7-0. Both teams are 5-1 so far. And here's the kick. It's a long end-over-end kick as it's going to go into the end zone and come out for a touchback. So Ripley will have the ball at their own 20, 1st and 10. Peabody is over Halls 14-0, and that's in the first quarter. Milan over Union City 7-0 in the first.
Take over, 1st and 10, on their own 20.
All right, here come the Ripley Tigers back on offense. They'll have 2 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. 1 running back to the quarterback's right. Theus in the gun. Theus puts a man in motion and hands it in a kind of a misdirection play, trying to go off left guard or tackle, but he's met before he can get to the line of scrimmage. He's probably going to lose about a yard, bringing up 2nd down and 11. Haywood over Millington in the second quarter, 16-0. .350 and counting, first quarter. Ripley sends 3 wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Theus in the gun. Takes a snap, hands it to his running back, trying to get outside on the right. Looks like he's got a little bit of room. If we could just block a little downfield, it would help a lot. We get pick up about 3 yards, but we had 1 block. If we could have gotten 1 block out in front of him, he probably wouldn't have broke it, but he probably would have got a first down, or at least he would have gained more yards. We just got to get blocking downfield a little bit better, or actually a whole lot better. Ball is out on the 23-yard line for Ripley. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Two wide left, 2 wide to the right for Ripley. Theus takes a snap, drops straight back, looking to his right, looking to throw, chased out of the pocket, going to run to his left and throw back across the middle of the field, and it's picked off. And he's across the 25 and down to the 20. You just got to, man, you just can't throw the ball across the middle of the field, across your body, and against a good team and expect them not to pick it off, and that's what they do. So a turnover. Ripley puts Westview back in motion, or back in business at the Tiger 20-yard line, where they'll have it 1st and 10 with 2:39 to go in the first, already leading Ripley 20-0. Two wide to either side for the Westview Chargers. 1 running back to Graham's left. And there is stoppage of play. think it's a timeout. It is. Ripley calls a timeout. So we'll take a 30-second timeout with them and be back right after this. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Westview on top of Ripley, 20-0. Westview, the last time I looked, they were, and as far as I know, still are the number one team ranked in the state in 3A. And of course, that is in the number, at least last time I looked, number 3 team was Covington, and number 17 team was, or is Dyersburg. So Ripley has a tough schedule. Graham's going to throw it back out to the right, kind of in the flat, about 5 yards down, and we missed 2 or 3 tackles and finally get him down, but not until he gets down to about the 8-yard line. And that is enough to move the sticks. It'll be 1st and 10. We just can't seem to break down and get ready for those moves against Westview, and they drop straight back again as they go to the line quick and throw into the end zone for a touchdown. So that was a 8-yard touchdown pass by Graham. He's adding to his touchdowns so far in this game, but not a lot of long passes. He had one, the first one I think was maybe 25 or 30 yards. But we'll get ready for the extra point conversion. Score 26-0, 2:20 left in the first. Snap, hold, kick, and it is good. So the score now 27-0 with 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Westview over Ripley as Ripley gets ready to receive again. Again, 2:20 left in the first quarter. Westview 27, Ripley 0. Westview to kick off. Ripley will have the ball, or get the ball. See if they can get some offense going this time, maybe to keep it out of Westview's hands. Best defense tonight is a good offense. Just keeping the ball out of Westview's hands as they get ready to kick off. Kicking again from the center of the field. Oh, Crazy Horse listening to us tonight. He just sent me a text. See, I think he was going to be back in Texas tonight and then leave out tomorrow or Sunday again for another cruise. But you can count on old Crazy Horse. He'll always be listening and supporting the Ripley Tigers. I want to say hello to his good buddies, his fans he calls them, the Himbies. I think they go to church together, but I want to give them a shout out and appreciate all the folks that always listen. I know Joe Russian listens a lot this time of year during the harvest season, as well as Donovan, and a whole lot of people that I'm not sure on a weekly basis that listen, but we appreciate everybody that listens for Tiger TV and WTRB. It's all about the kids. And here's a long kickoff. It's going to be taken at the 4-yard line, crosses the 10, the 15, gets to the 20, the 25, and that's about it. But not a bad return. Anything outside the 20 is a good return. So Ripley will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line, trailing 27-0, with 2:12 left to go in the opening quarter. Again, kind of a long first quarter just because there's so many passes in it. So again, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line for Ripley as they break the huddle. They send 2 wide right, 2 wide to the left. Tight end to the left. Theus in the gun. Puts a man in motion. and rolls out to his right, looking to throw, and he's going to be picked off again. He's going to go into the end zone untouched. Tried to throw it out into the flat, but left the ball up there way too long, and they just pick it off easily and just march into the end zone. That was a 26-yard touchdown interception, a pick six for Westview with 2:04 left in the first. Westview to kick off again. I should check that to extra point again. Snap, hold, kick, and good. So the score, Westview 34, Ripley 0, with 2:04 to go in the first quarter. Ripley will get another chance to go back on offense as they will be receiving the ball again after, let's see, I guess this is the 7th kickoff. Of course, we knew Westview was a good team, ranked number 1 in the state this year and finished number 2 in the state, runner-up last year to Alcoa. And since Alcoa has moved up to 4A, a lot of people are betting on Westview to win the state championship this year. Of course, Westview and Dresden both in the same county, a 1A school and a 3A school. We played Dresden a few weeks back. All right, here go the Ripley Tigers as they're set up. Got 2 men back deep at their own 5-yard line. Westview prepares to kick.
Kicking off for Westview, number 12, Victor Pratt, back deep. Number 9, Merrill, number 15, Curry.
All right, here we go, and there's the kick. Yeah, there's a flag because they did leave too early. I've seen that a lot this year and hadn't seen many flags on it, so I'm glad to see they caught that one. So they'll back up 5 yards and kick again. It looked like Coveney was off most of the times they kicked off last week. But I guess a good aggressive kick team, they're going to be close. But it looked like they've been a little too close several times this year. But we got one call that went our way. So that'll back up to the 35 and get ready to kick again with 2:03 on the clock. Again, Westview 34, Ripley 0. And here's the kick. It's going to be taken at the 8-yard line across the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, and that's going to be it. He gets to the 25-yard line, brought down there by a host of Westview Chargers. So Ripley will go back on offense with 1 minute and 56 seconds left in this first quarter, trailing 34-0. Ball is on the far hash mark tonight. Ripley with their white helmets, white jerseys, purple pants, and white socks. Westview in all blue helmets, jerseys, and pants. Ripley sends 1 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. Got 2 men in the backfield. Thea's still in the gun. Takes a snap. It's a tall sweep trying to get outside. He's going to be eat up before he can get back close to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose about 5 yards from the 25 back to the 20. They're going to say it's at the 21. So about a 4-yard loss, so it'll make it second down and about 14. We're a minute and 30 seconds until the end of the first quarter. Ripley will break the huddle. They send 2 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. 2 backs in the backfield with this in the gun. Takes a snap, hands it to his running back going off the left side, and he's hit again before he gets to the line of scrimmage. Going to say he's down at the 20 this time, so he's going to lose another yard. That'll bring up third down and about 15 for Ripley with 57 seconds left until the end of the first quarter. Again, next Friday night, the Ripley Tigers and Halls Tigers will both be off, as it is fall break week. Then Ripley will come back and host McNairy Central for Homecoming 2025. So make your plans now to come out and be a part of the festivities. Enjoy Homecoming at Ripley High School 2 weeks from tonight. Also the same night of the 50-year class reunion. Ripley sends 2 wide right, 1 to the left. I don't know if they got set. I don't think they did yet. There comes the flag. I don't think the 2 out here on the end got set for a full count before the ball was snapped. So we'll just back it up 5 yards and try it again. That'll put us back to about the 15-yard line. Got to get to the 35. So it'll be third down 20 with 18 seconds to go. Probably not going to get another playoff in this quarter. It looks like they're going to be content to run out the time in the end of this quarter. So at the end of 1 here at Martin Westview, the score, Chargers 34, Ripley 0, and that is going to be the end of the first quarter. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and be back with the second quarter right after this. Crockett County 14, Dyersburg 0, Trenton 21, Hall 0. Those compliments of Crazy Horse. See, he's helping when he's not even here. He don't know how important he is. All right, it'll be third and 20 for Ripley back at their own 15-yard line. 2 wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. This takes a snap, drops straight back, looking throw, flushed out of the pocket. Now he's going to pull it up and then throw. He's going to overthrow and throws out of bounds, which is about as good a play as he could have made that time, but it will bring up 4th down and 20 for Ripley, as they will punt the ball away and most likely give Westview a short field to work with again. I want to thank our sponsors for the game: Norman Henry Construction, Craig Fitzhugh City Mayor, Farm Bureau Insurance, Connell's Body Shop, Taxes by Lisa Enos, Dan Douglas Attorney at Law, Mills Grocery, Food Mart, and 731 Market, Asbury Cove, McDonald's, Security Bank, Lauderdale Lumber, the Lauderdale Community Hospital, and here come the Tigers. They get ready to kick, and also serve all by Cornerstone. Trying to get them to snap the ball. There we go. It's going to bounce back there to them, and if they'd had a rush on, they would have gotten that, but they're going to let it bounce to about the 43-yard line. They mishandle it, and looks like Ripley thought they had it. Let's see if they do. Nope. Yep. It will be Westview ball, 1st and 10. They'll have the ball at the Tiger about 43-yard line. 11:44 in the second quarter. Westview over Ripley, 34-0. Ball's at the 43-yard line, 1st down and 10. Graham sends 2 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. And he's going to throw it into the flat. It's complete. and missed the first tackle, and their second and third ones got him. After about a 7-8 yard pickup, he gets down to the 35, where it'll be second down and 2. So that was about an 8 yard pickup. Westview hustles back to the line. This time we'll have 3 wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Simpson takes a snap, looking to throw. It's a screen pass. He's got a couple blockers out in front of him. We bring them down, but not until they reach almost the 20-yard line, maybe the 23-yard line. But it's enough to move the sticks. It'll be 1st and 10 for Westview with 11:07 to go until halftime. Ball is at the 22-yard line. Westview 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Hand the ball to the running back, and he gets past, he gets in the linebacker level, into the secondary level, all the way down to about the 11-yard line, which is enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the 11. So they could actually get a first down without getting a touchdown. Here's the ball. It goes right over to the right side. No, it was incomplete. So it'll bring up, I'll check that. They did pick up a couple of 3 yards. I'm waiting for him to finish moving the stick. All right, he picks up about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down 7 to hand the ball off to the right, trying to get on the outside, and he gets right into the edge, gets that corner. So the score 40-0 now, with 10:24 to go in the second quarter. Westview gets ready to line up for their point after. Westview not bothering with the swinging gate now. They're just lining up in a traditional extra point formation. There's a snap, the hold, the kick, up, and it is good again. So the score, with 10:24 to go in the second quarter, Westview 41, Ripley 0. Ripley getting ready to get the ball back again for, I guess this will be about the 8th time. I guess they've scored 8 times. So Westview all over the Tigers here with still 10 minutes to go until halftime. Excuse me. All right, Westview again getting ready to kick the ball off. 10:24 to go until halftime. Also, remember our sponsors. I was also Asbury Cove, McDonald's Security Bank, Lauderdale Lumber, and remember all of Tiger TV's sponsors as they flip through. We appreciate all the sponsors. It's all about the kids, so we definitely want to keep everybody informed and having access to watch Ripley play, whether it's home or away, whether you can get there or not. So Ripley lines up to receive the kickoff. They'll have 2 back at around the 10-yard line. Westview sets up in the middle of the field.
Kicking off for Westview, number 12, Stephen Pratt. Back deep for Ripley, number 9, Merrill. And number 15, Curry. And
here's the kick. And it looked like they were offsides again, but they didn't call that one. And it's going to be taken at about the 5-yard line, 4-yard line across the 25, the 20 and 25, and out to about the 29-yard line. So a decent return out to the 29. That's where Ripley will have it, 1st and 10, with 10:17 to go until halftime, trailing Westview 41-0. All right, the Tigers offense back out on the field. Westview's defense awaits. Ripley's going to send 1 wide, 2 wide to the right, wing to the right, tight end to the right. Quarterback in the gun. Takes a snap, hands it to his running back, back to his left. He goes right up the gut and runs hard. Picks up about 3 yards.
That was Pearson on carry for Ripley. For
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 7 as we just go into the 10-minute mark here in the second quarter.
Mason McDaniel, it's 2nd and 7.
$9:50 to go, second quarter. Ripley sends 2 wide to the left, wing to the left, tight end to the right. Theus in the gun, takes a snap, hand it to his running back, trying to get outside to the left. He breaks a couple of tackles and gets past the 40. Looked like he had one more step. He might have broke that for a good long way. They may or may not have caught him before he got to the end zone, but that's enough to move the sticks. And so it's a Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down. Ball out to the 49-yard line. Well, let's check that, 44-yard line. Ripley this time sends 2 wide to the right, tight end to the left, wing to the right. Theus takes a snap, hand it to his running back, trying to kind of go off tackle to the right-hand side, and he gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage.
It's 2nd and 11.
Trying to get you some updated scores. Milan still 7-0 over Union City in the first quarter. Ripley will come to the line. They'll send 2 wide to the right, wing to the right, tight end to the left. Quarterback takes a toss sweep out to the running back. As he stayed on his feet and almost went down. Now he's got one man to beat. Can he score? Can he score? Almost. He gets down inside the 20. That was a great run, a great effort by the running back there for the Ripley Tigers to give them a Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down. And that was number 7 on the carry. That was Holloway. He's a senior. A really great run. It looked like they had him down, but his knee never touched. And they kind of gave up on him, and he was able to get up and scamper down the field to pick up a Ripley Tiger first down at the 17-yard line of Westview. 2 wide to the left, wing to the left. They hand the ball to the running back, coming back the other way. This time they catch him in the backfield. Somebody poured through there on the right-hand side. I started to say like they were untouched, but they were untouched. So we're going to lose about 4 or 5 yards on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 15. Ball back now. We were in the red zone. Now we are back out to about the 21-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down 14 for Ripley. Hoping they could capitalize on some of that momentum from that last play. 2 wide left, wing to the right. Quarterback hands it to his running back, going right up the gut. He squeezes through for a few yards as he gets down to about the 17-yard line. So that's about a 4-yard pickup. It'll just get them back inside the sticks. It'll bring up 3rd down 10. 6:20 to go till halftime. Westview 41, Ripley 0. Two wide left, wing left, tight end right. Theus in the gun. Takes a snap. It's a toss sweep trying to get outside. He cuts it back off tackle on the outside of the shoulder of the tackle, but he gets hit just about the line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 10 for Ripley. Hate to see them stalled out this close to the end zone. Ripley substitutes some personnel. Looks like we're maybe going to try a field goal. So it'll be from the 17. That'll be a 29-yard field goal attempt for Ripley. number 31, Flores, to attempt the field goal. Here's a high snap. He gets it down, and it's blocked. So it will go out of bounds at around the 22 or 3 yard line. So Westview will take back over on downs with 5:11 to go in the first half, leading Ripley 41-0. All right, here comes Westview to the line. They got 1 wide to the right, 3 wide to the left. Quarterback takes a low snap. Graham does and hits a man on a post pattern, and I don't think we got anybody that can catch him. I don't even know if we got anybody that wants to catch him. But he goes into the end zone, which was a 77-yard touchdown pass. So that'll help Graham's stats. The coaching staff for Ripley this year is head coach is Coach Jordan Garner. Other coaches are Peyton Broom, Caden Thompson, Tanner Trevathon, Josh Northcutt, Austin Tate, Mason Kelly, and Dustin Rose. Here's the kick, and it is good. So with just under 5 minutes to go until halftime, Westview on top of Ripley 48-0. Again, 4:59 to go until halftime as Westview gets ready to kick the ball off again to Ripley for the 8th time. Kicker's going to get tired before the night, so all right, here both teams come back out for the kickoff. Two back deep for Ripley. Two stand at the 5, one stands at the 15. Westview to kick the ball from the center of the field. Just under 5 minutes to go, first half.
Kicking off for Westview, number 12, Taylor Pratt, back deep. Number 9, Merrill, and number 15, Curry.
And here's a long end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at the 10-yard line, and he drops the ball at about the 19 and covers it up at the 20. So Ripley did not turn the ball over, but they did manage to get back on it and got it out to the 20. So that beats turning the ball over and giving them another quick touchdown before halftime. So Ripley will go back on offense, 1st and 10, 4:54 to go until halftime, trailing Westview 48-0. Ripley breaks the huddle. 2 wide right. Tight to the left. Quarterback takes a snap to hand it to his running back, going right up the gut, but he is brought down, hit before he can get to basically to the line of scrimmage. They're going to say he did get back to the line of scrimmage. The ball, well, he was out to almost a 21, so he loses about a half yard. We'll call it 2nd down and 11. Clock running, 4:30 to go until halftime. Continuing, the clock continues to run, 4:15. Ripley sends 2 wide left. It's 2nd down and 10. Ripley at their own 20. Quarterback takes a snap. It's just a screen pass out to the right. It's caught. Got a couple of blockers in front of him. He's got a little room. He gets the 1st down as he gets out close to the 40-yard line. That'll be a Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down at the 39-yard line with 3:56 to go until halftime. You can see sparks of what we could be. We're just, in my opinion, we're just not consistent. Too wide left. Tight and wing to the right. This takes a snap, hands it to his running back, just going right up the middle, and nowhere to go. He's going to lose about another yard on that play. It will bring up, it'll be about 11 to go, 2nd and 11. Ball back at the 38. Right at 3 minutes to go, first half. Too wide left. Wing right. This takes a snap. And he's going to look like he just missed the handoff. He's going to try to get outside on the right, and he's going to be brought down for about a 5 or 6 or 7 yard loss. I think that, I don't know if the quarterback just missed the handoff or turned the wrong way, or the running back ran to the wrong side, but either way, it results in about a 7 yard loss. It'll be 3rd down 17. Ripley now back at their own 32 yard line. Too wide left for the Tigers. Wing right. This takes a snap. He's wanting to throw down the field. He's got a man wide open, and he just did not bring it in. He was wide open at about the 40-yard line. It would have been enough for a first down, and instead it's going to be 4th and 17. The ball looked like it floated up there forever, and there was nobody around. He just didn't catch the ball. That's all I can say about that. That stopped the clock with 1:58 to go in the first half. The score, Westview 48, Ripley 0. Ripley gets ready to punt the ball away. That's way too much time to leave Westview. One more first down, we just about could have eaten most of that clock up. Westview's going to send a player on late. Down to 7 seconds on the play clock. And here's a snap, and the punt is away. It's going to be taken at the 40. He starts to the left, cuts back up to the right, and then goes across the middle of the field, crosses the 50, the 45, the 40, the 30, the 20, and that's going to be it. He's going into the end zone with 1:40 to go until halftime. I knew that was too much time to leave him, but I didn't think it would be that quick. So 1:40 to go. The score now 54-0 with 1 minute and 40 seconds still left in this first half. Westview lines up for a point after. The referees are discussing something, holding up play. Like they had to switch balls maybe. Point after attempt, upcoming. Snap, hold, kick, and good. So with 1:40, don't see any flags on the field. 1:40 to go until halftime. Well, it looks like they're going to kick again. It may be, yeah, it is a flag. I see a flag on the left-hand side. I think Ripley did jump. So they'll probably decline it and kick again, is what it appears they're doing. Trying to make it 55 for the Westview Chargers. Snap, hold, kick, good. 1:40 left until halftime. Westview all over Ripley, 55-0, with 1:40 left in this first half. Hopefully Ripley can get the ball, at least hold on to it and run the clock out in the first half and get an opportunity to go in at halftime and try to make some adjustments. Again, I wish nothing but the best always for the Tigers and for Coach Garner and his staff. You know, sometimes you got the Jimmies and the Joes, and sometimes you don't, and sometimes you got a bunch of seniors, and sometimes you don't. But you got to play with what you got. You know, effort is one thing that no matter how good you are, everybody can put out the maximum amount of effort. Ripley will have the same 2 back at the 10 and 1 at about the 15. Not sure how much more we'll see Graham in this game. He may not even play in the second half. Be interested to see what his stats are for the first half.
Kicking off for Westview, number 12, Junior Pratt. Back deep for Ripley. Number 9, Merrill, and number 15, Curtis.
Westview kicking off from the center of the field. Ripley with 2 back at the 10, 1 at the 15. And here's the kick, and it's a long end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at about the 9-yard line across the 10, the 15. He has to get outside as he crosses the 20, and he gets across the 25. Looks like out to about the 26, 27-yard line. Clock stops with 1:33 to go. Ripley will have the ball first down and 10. And they'll have the ball at their own 28-yard line. 1:33 on the clock. Ripley breaks the huddle, sends 2 wide to the left. Wing to the left. Thea's still in the gun. And they hand the ball to the running back, trying to get outside. He cuts off tackle, gets a little bit of room, a little bit of daylight, a little pushing going on there too at the 30-yard line where he's brought down. So there's a pickup of 2. It'll be second down 8. And they're going to say it's a pickup of 3. Second down 7. Just about a minute to go until halftime.
Around here somewhere, because somebody always leaves one somewhere, but there wasn't.
Ripley has the ball at their own 31-yard line, second down 7. 55 seconds to go until halftime. Ripley sends 2 wide to the right. Theus takes a snap, hands it to his running back going off right tackle. He gets a little squirt and gets through over the 35 to about the 36-yard line. With only 35 seconds, Ripley will have the ball, third down and about a yard. Be nice to get at least another first down before halftime. But the play clock is at 30 and the game clock is at 20, so they won't actually have to. All right, third down 1 for Ripley. 2 wide to the right. Theus takes a snap, hand it to his running back. Had a big hole off the left tackle, and he cuts back to the right and runs into a crowd. And that's going to be the last play of the first half. So at the end of one half of play here at Martin Westview, it is Westview 55, Ripley 0. So stay tuned for the second half. We'll be back with that right after halftime. We are back as we get ready to start the second half here at Martin Westview, here at the University of Tennessee Martin Football Stadium. Martin Westview finds themselves at halftime over Ripley, 55-0. Ripley will get the ball to start the second half.
Look, you watch it. If you
And some scores from around West Tennessee, and this was still a first quarter score. McKenzie was over Collinwood 20-0. Still no score on the Covington Bolivar. Still an early score for Crockett Dyersburg. Crockett over Dyersburg 7-0. Both teams 5-1 coming into this game.
Now, the only thing that battery is
Second quarter score, South Gibson 0 with a 3-3 record, and Lexington 5-1. Lexington leads 7-0. It's Peabody over Halls 21-0. That was in the first quarter. First quarter score, Milan 7, Union City 0. Haywood, second quarter score over Millington 16-0.
See, the thing about it is, you know, with Kirk and Bradley, you know, I'm not losing anything.
We are just about ready for second half kickoff.
He's using any more fire than anything else.
We will be in a running clock situation for the second half. Ripley has two back deep at the 10, one at the 15. And here's the second half kickoff. And it's a long end over it kick. It's going to be taken at the 9-yard line across the 10, the 15, gets across the 20, the 25, the 30, and out to the 34-yard line, almost the 35. So a really good return for Ripley to start the second half. Hopefully they can keep it going. At least, like I said, keep the ball out of Westview's hands and not throw those pick sixes. So Ripley will go back on offense. Clock continues to run. This time Ripley will have two wide to the left, wing to the right, tight end to the left. Theus in the gun, takes a snap, hands it to his running back, trying to get outside on the left-hand side, turns his shoulders up, and gets out to, picks up about a yard, gets out to the 35, where it'll be second down 9. All right, it'll be second and 9 for the Tigers. 10:40 to go, third quarter. Theus comes back in with the play from the sideline. Ripley comes to the line, two wide to the right, wing to the right, tight end to the left. Theus in the gun, one running back to his right. Takes a snap, it's a top sweep going to the running back, and he breaks a tackle, and he breaks another one, and he's getting down the far sideline. He's got the first down as he's pushed out of bounds around the 50-yard line. They're going to say just shy of the 50 at the 49-yard line, but that's enough to move the sticks. That's the Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down. Liberty 12, Brewston 13, second quarter. Covington in the second quarter over Bolivar 28-0. Henry County over Clarksville Northeast 27-6. Ripley two wide to the left, wing to the left. Ripley's going to hurry up to get this play off. 4, 3, and timeout Ripley. Ripley will have to take a timeout. They couldn't get aligned properly, so they'll take a timeout. We'll take it with them and be back in 30 seconds. .9:17 to go in the third quarter. Ripley has the ball. It'll be first and 10 at their own 49-yard line. trailing 55-0 to Martin Westview. Ripley this time sends two wide left. Wing is also to the left. Theus in the gun. Takes a snap, hands it to his running back, going right up the middle. He's got a little room as he gets down almost to the 45-yard line as he crosses midfield. And they're going to say it's at the 46. But a nice pickup on first down for Ripley, a pickup of about 5, maybe 6.
Cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dog, pizza, $1. Hamburgers.
8:40 and counting, third quarter.
$1. Go get it while it lasts.
They just announced $1 for hamburgers and cheeseburgers downstairs. I bought mine too early. All right, two wide to the right, wing to the right. It's a top sweep going to the right, and he's turned back inside and is met by 2 or 3 Chargers as they catch him about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. They may say he got back to the line. If he did, it'll be 3rd and 5. So 3rd and 5 for Ripley. 8 minutes to go in the third. Ball is just across midfield at the Westview 46-yard line. Ripley comes to the line. 2 wide left. Wing right. Tight end right. Hands the ball to the running back, number 28, trying to get outside. He breaks a couple of tackles, picks up a couple of yards, but he's still going to be short of the first. That was Noah Rodaker. He is a freshman, 5'11", 150 pounds. He's showing some good running ability. He just needs to get a few blocks. So we'll be 4th and 3 for Ripley at the 44-yard line of Westview. Two wide left. Wing right. Man in motion, and they fake the handoff. Quarterback's looking to throw. Now he's going to pull it down and run. And he's caught behind the line. He's going to lose about 3 or 4 yards. So that's ball will go over on downs as Westview takes over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 with Simpson and associates coming back out on the field, leading 55-0 with 6:20 to go, third quarter. Ripley turns it over on downs. Westview will have it 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Graham will send 2 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. Wing to the right. Takes a low snap, hands it to his running back, going off left side for basically no gain. The Tigers did a good job there. Number 54 for the Tigers on the stop. That was Esri. He's a junior, 6 foot, 195 pounds. So it'll be 2nd and 10. 2 wide right, 1 to the left. Man in motion. Wing switches from right to left. They take the ball. Quarterback's going to fake the handoff and run it himself. He's across the 50, and his knee went down at about the 47-yard line. So it was basically faked the handoff and kept it itself, ran right up the gut, and picks up a nice chunk of yards. Went from 2nd and 10 to 3rd and about 4. Right back up to the line, same formation. Quarterback's doing the same play to the left side this time, and they turn him around. This time he loses a couple of yards. He's going to be brought down around midfield. Well, they bring him down at midfield, but they say his forward progress is basically no gain, so it'll be 4th down. And Westview's going to send in the punt squad. I guess they just need to practice. So Ripley will send 1 back deep. That is number 9. That is Mural. There's the snap, and a flag comes out.
Put the marker on the play.
Number 28 for Ripley, that's Pearson. I think I called his name wrong. That's the freshman.
First down, your Westview Chargers.
Well, Ripley jumped off sides and gave them the automatic first down. So that'll move the sticks with 3:50 to go, third quarter. First and 10 for Westview at the 42-yard line of the Tigers. Two wide to either side. Simpson still in at quarterback. Puts a man in motion, hands it to the man in motion. It's kind of a top sweep coming around the right side. The flag comes in late in the backfield. He's brought out of bounds after about a 4-yard gain, but that looks like it'll probably come back. And it will be against Westview. I'm not sure what that signal was. It looked like a flying chicken. I hadn't seen that one before. I'll have to look that one up. Now they say it's a hold. Well, a hold, and then the chicken wing. So I'm not sure what that is. Maybe he got his hands outside the framework of the body. I'm not sure, but it does back them up, and it's a big penalty as it takes it all the way back across midfield out to the 43-yard line, where it'll be first down and 25. So it was a 15-yard penalty. Two wide to the right, one to the left. Simpson wants to throw. Looking downfield. Got a man on the out route, and it's complete right at the 45-yard line. So it'll make it second down and around 3. So a nice pickup. Just an out route and a timing route, and he hit him just as he, about a step before he got out of bounds. Perfect throw and catch. Two wide left, one to the right. And the ball to the running back, and he's going to be brought down short of the line to gain. It was second down, and okay, I was wrong on that a while ago. It was still a nice run, but it brought up. Now it's third down and 12. Westview has to get to the 33-yard line for a first down. Two wide to either side. Man in motion. Simpson dropping straight back, looking to throw. Throws a screen pass over the middle to the left side. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down around the 35-yard line, where it's going to bring up fourth down and about 2 or 3 for the Westview Chargers. 1:20 to go, third quarter. No score here in the second half. But the score is 55-0, Westview over Ripley. Two wide to either side. Simpson takes a snap, drops straight back, looking to throw. He's got a man downfield, and it is complete at the 10-yard line. He walks into the end zone as we had somebody that I guess you'd say was covering him. He was close to him, but obviously not close enough. So that will make the score now 61-0. As Westview gets ready for their point after attempt. Man runs out late again for Westview. And there's the kick, and it is good. So with 50 seconds left until the end of the third quarter, the score now, Westview 62, Ripley 0. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with the kickoff right after this. 50 seconds left in the third quarter as Westview strikes again. Ripley will get the ball back as they will go back on offense after this kickoff return. Not sure how much more we'll see Simpson in this game. Halftime, Henry County 27, Clarksville 6. Crockett over Dyersburg 28-7 at the half, which is a big surprise to me, even though they're both 5-1. Jackson Central Mary over Gibson County 35-0. Now it's South Gibson 13, Lexington 10 in the third quarter. Halls trails Peabody at halftime 42-0. Milan over Union City 28-7 in the second. Haywood over Millington in the third 44-0. All right, we are awaiting the kickoff. And here's the kick. It's going to be another long end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at the 4-yard line, crosses the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, out to 25, and probably out to about the 27, 28-yard line. That's where Ripley will have it. First and 10 from their own end of the field with 30 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Probably won't get a play off. That's probably going to be the last play of the third quarter. I wouldn't be in any hurry. Just let this time run out. And it appears what they're going to do, because they've still got 25 seconds left on the play clock and only 12 on the game clock. Ripley is going to break the huddle, but they're not going to have time to get up and snap it, I don't think. It's down to 3, and they're still lining up. So at the end of 3, the score is 62-0, Westview Chargers over the Ripley Tigers. So we'll take a 1-minute timeout and be back with the fourth and final quarter right after this.
Welcome, Tiger fans, to RHS Football 2025.
Back for the fourth and final quarter. Ripley has the ball, first and 10 at their own 28-yard line to start the first play of the fourth quarter, trailing Westview 62-0. Ripley has 2 wide to the left, wing to the left, tight end to the right. Theus in the gun, takes a snap, hand it to his running back. Number 8 trying to get outside. He's got a little room on the left side if he can get right around the edge. Kind of tripped up by the shoestring, but still about a 5-yard gain for Ripley. Again, that's Pearson. He's the freshman for Ripley. It'll be 2nd and 4, so a 6-yard gain. Halftime score still McKenzie over Collinwood 34-0. Ripley sends 2 wide to the right, wing to the tight to the left, wing to the right. Theus takes a snap. It's a toss sweep coming this way. He's got a little room, especially if he get one block and go outside. And he gets past the first, gets right at the first down marker. Let's see if we got it. It looks like he did. And that will move the stick, so that's a Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down. 10:40 to go in the ball game. Ripley would really love, I'd love to see them score here in this fourth and final quarter, just to knock that goose egg off. Dresden over McEwen, 14-0. That's still a second quarter score. Ripley to the line with 2 wide to the left, wing to the left. Diaz takes a snap, hand it to his running back. He's got a little room again. He's got a few yards going right up to the middle of the field. He gets up to about the 42-yard line, maybe 43. So that's about a 6-yard pickup. It'll be second down and 4 for Ripley. Remember, next Friday night the Ripley Tigers are off, but we'll be back in action in 2 weeks at home for homecoming against McNairy Central. Also a 70-79 class reunion that weekend. They'll be at the ball game Friday night, and then have something scheduled for Saturday night as well. Just contact somebody in that group and they will tell you all the details. 2 wide to the left, wing to the left. Low snap, quarterback hands it off to number 9, trying to get outside. He's got the first down. He breaks down the far sideline and gets right up to the 40-yard line. Nice run, and a Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down. So the ball will be spotted right at the 40-yard line. 9 minutes to go in the game. Jackson Central Mary 35, Gibson 0. That was still a second quarter score as well. 5:48 left in the third. South Gibson over Lexington 13-10. 2 wide to the right for Ripley. Wing to the right. Diaz takes a snap, hand it to his running back. He mishandles it, but he gets the handle on it again. Tries to break it outside. He's got a little room. If he gets fast enough, he can score. And he gets down inside the 10, stays on his feet, and gets into the end zone for a Ripley Tiger touchdown. That touchdown makes $25 for the football program from Bank, Tennessee. So congratulations to the Tigers and that was a really good run. Showed some speed on that run and made a good cut. Now this extra point is good for $50 from Cornerstone, Serval by Cornerstone. Tyler Paddock, former Ripley Tiger, sponsoring those and making donations to the Ripley High School football program. Now Ripley's going to line up and go for 2. That's worth $100 from Cornerstone. So hopefully the Tigers can get it. They'll need the money. And they fumble the ball, and the quarterback, they fumble it, and they just fall on it. So the PAT was no good, but at least we knocked the goose egg off with 8:28 to go in the game. The score is now 62-6. But I believe there's going to be a penalty on the play. It is. And so Ripley will get an opportunity to do that again. The ball is going to be spotted. It was a 5-yard penalty, so the ball is back at the 8. Still lined up for a 2-point conversion. 2 wide left. Wing to the left, tight end to the right. Theus takes a snap, hand it to his running back, trying to get outside on the right. That's number 28, but he's nowhere to go as he's going to be hemmed up. Again, number 28 is Pearson, and he is a freshman, 5'8", 150 pounds. So we'll get ready for the kickoff as Ripley will get the kickoff. You only guaranteed 1 kickoff in the game, so anything over that, you have to be doing something. So Westview, with 8:28 to go in the game, leads the Tigers 62-6. Just awaiting the kickoff squad. A lot of games finished up in East Tennessee. Middle Tennessee getting close on some. McKenzie's 48-6 over Collingwood still. Dresden 14-0 over McEwen. That was a second quarter score.
Kicking off for Ripley, number 31, Edgar Cole.
Flores kicking off for Ripley. He is a junior.
Number 20, Jason Stallings.
5'9", 150 pounds, Edgar Flores. Guess we're waiting on a ball. Here we go.
You don't get to kick off enough to know where the ball is.
All right, so we're going to set it down flat on the ground again and kick it that way. Halftime score: Greenfield trails Humboldt 28-24. And there's the kick. He picks it up at the 30, starts to his right, and picks up a couple of yards, and that's about it. The Tigers do well at covering, and the ball will be at the 32-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for Martin Westview at their own 32, leading Ripley 62-6. Yeah, looks like Simpson's going to stay in. Guess it's time to pad those stats. You don't need much padding. Already, before this game, had already thrown for over 5,000 yards in a year and a half, and that's freshman and sophomore. I think he had one interception for the whole year last year, and that was in the semifinal game. Two wide left, two wide to the right for Simpson. Hands the ball off to his running back, right up the gut, and it was a big hole there, but it closed down pretty quickly. As he gets from the 32 out to the 35, it'll be well, they're going to say he's at the 36. So it'll be a pickup of 4. Should bring up second down 6 for Westview as they hustle back to the line. 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Westview this time sends 3 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. Simpson takes the snaps, handed off to his running back. Going off the right again, there was a big hole to the left, but he ran into the defense on the right-hand side for about a 2 or 3 yard gain. It's going to bring up third down and about 2. Ball right, the nose of the ball right on the shading the 40-yard line. Westview 2 to the right, 1 to the left, and a big hole in the court, but a good job of closing it up quickly, but not quite quickly enough, as they do pick up the first down, but only by a couple of yards. But it's enough to move the sticks. It'll be first down and 10 for Westview at their own 44-yard line. Westview back over the ball. Quarterback takes a snap, and they've done a lot of subbing down. They're going to lose about a yard, and I've noticed it. Simpson's not back out there again, so looks like he's done for the night. It'll be second down and about 11 or 12 for Westview with 5:50 to go in the ball game, leading 62-6 over the Ripley Tigers. 2 wide right, 2 wide to the left. Backup quarterback for Westview is in, puts a man in motion, hands it to the man in motion, a jet sweep to the right, trying to get outside, and he picks up a couple of yards, but not a lot. It's going to bring up third and long for Westview. See if we can tell you who the backup quarterback is. Number 15 is Cameron McMillan. He's a sophomore. I'll check that. That's number 16. We don't have a 15 listed. All right, 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Tight end to the left. 1 running back to the quarterback's right. Quarterback takes a snap, reverses out of the pocket, looking to throw downfield, looking to throw long downfield, and it's going to fall incomplete. Looked like the receiver tried to adjust his pattern, and the quarterback wasn't. He and the quarterback weren't on the same page, so he threw it on down the field where the receiver had actually stopped and was trying to make adjustments to the ball. But it's going to bring up fourth down and 11 for Westview. So they're going to send their punt unit on. Westview up as they get ready to punt the ball away. He stands about his own 29-yard line. Punter does. Ripley has one deep back to 33. Nice punt. We're just going to let it hit and roll. It hits at the 20, rolls across the 15 and down to the 13 where it goes out of bounds. And so Ripley will have the ball at their own 13-yard line to start what may be one of the last offensive series of the game, as we are down to 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in this football game. Fourth quarter score, South Gibson over Westview 20-17. South Gibson's 3-3, Lexington is 5-1. Was anxious to see some score on McNary and O'Brien as we play. Those are two of our next couple of ball games coming up. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. 2 wide to the right. See us in the gun. Quarterback takes a snap. It's a toss sweep coming out to the right. If he can get outside, he get a little room. He crosses the 20 and out to about the 23 where he's pushed out of bounds. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down. It was still about a 9-yard gain. And again, Westview has subbed down quite a bit. Just right over 2 minutes and a half to go in this ball game. It'll be 2 wide to the left, wing to the left, tight end to the right. Theus in the gun. 2:10 on the clock. Theus takes a slow snap, hands it off to number 28. He starts outside, cuts it up through the middle, makes a good cut. He's got good vision and gets all the way out right to the 30-yard line. It's enough to move the sticks. So that's a Farm Bureau Insurance Ripley Tiger first down. I'll say it's at the 29. 1:45 left in this ball game. Again, next Friday night, Ripley and Halls are both off. So enjoy a night off or go watch somebody else play, and then be right back at Tiny Stadium the next Friday night for Homecoming 2025. 2 wide to the right. Wing to the right. Theus takes a snap. It's a tall sweep, and he is met in the backfield before he can get started, but he doesn't go down. They sling him around, but he's got good balance. And that is that freshman again, I believe, number 28. Yes, it is. I want to call his name again because he's running hard. That's Devaris Pearson, the freshman. All right, we're down under 1 minute to go. Maybe a play or two left in this game. Final, Haywood over Millington, 44-0. Munford over Kingsbury, 57-0. All right, 40 seconds. This is most likely the last play of the game. 2 wide to the right. The toss sweep to the right. Number 28 again. And he gets across the 25 out to the 29-yard line. With 25 seconds left on the clock, that's probably just about going to be it. I'm going to try to get a Hall score if I can find one before the end of the game, but that's going to be hard to do with 16 seconds left. All right, that is going to be the last play of the game unless they hustle up because they're running to the line and it's 5 seconds on the clock. Trying to get lined up, they're not going to do it. Now they're going to give them this play, I guess. It looked like it was at 0. And so that is going to be the last play of the game. So the final score here from Martin Westview is Martin Westview 62, Ripley 6. Ripley did at least knock the goose egg off on a really good run. And again, Ripley will be off next Friday night, but the following Friday night, be sure to tune in to Tiger TV and WTRB where we can keep you up with all the live action as it happens. And hope everyone has a great weekend and safe travel back. And that's going to do it here from Martin Westview. The final score, 62-0. Good night and God bless.